Good afternoon, everyone, or morning or evening, depending on which part of the world you're in. And welcome to today's IELTS speaking class. My name is Alexander, and we will be doing some speaking practice shortly. Just before we begin, let me bring Jennifer into the class so we can get some updates as to everything that's been happening with Connetics. Hi there, Jennifer.
Hi, good morning, Alex. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good. Bright and early in the morning over here at the East Coast in Georgia. So it's 8:30 in the morning. So
Wow.
yeah, welcome. Drinking the coffee to get going.
Is it working for you?
Not quite yet. But it's going to kick in. And then we've got a hero interview right after this. So
Wow.
if anyone has already passed their IELTS exam or something along those lines, feel free to catch me in 30 minutes. We're doing a hero interview with Stan, so that's kind of exciting. Originally from the Philippines. So we've had another fabulous, fantastic week. We've had just in the last couple days, 2 days actually, 6 more IELTS passers. So yeah, that's good. That's great. That's a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Congratulations to all of them.
Yeah, definitely. Huge congratulations. And last week too, we had another great week. I think about 5 in about a couple days. So maybe there's something to Thursday and Friday. You know? So
these are the lucky days.
Yeah, things are looking up at the end of the week. So yeah, it's pretty exciting what we're doing around here. And we're coming up on the end of the year for 2021. We're down to 6 weeks, and we are at an all-record high for the most IELTS passers Connetics USA has ever seen, which is a really huge deal. Yeah. So
definitely.
Everybody is on the right track. Everybody's working together to get everyone to pass. You're part of the team. We're all a part of the team, and it's everything that makes the wheel go round so everyone can pass. So whatever we're doing must be working.
Yeah, which is great to hear. And
It is
so
great
many people whose opportunities now have expanded.
Oh, definitely. It's definitely wonderful. Connetics USA has offered this free scholarship for the review. A lot of different places don't offer that. So Connetics USA has offered where you do not pay any part of your review, which is pretty amazing. And the review, as you know, is open for anyone to use until you pass your IELTS exam. So if you're already a Connetics nurse, as you know, and you've been placed in the U.S. And you still need your IELTS, then now's the time. Sign up, and we will get you to pass your IELTS exam. And we shoot for you to pass the first time.
Yeah.
The first time, every time. So it's pretty neat around here with what's going on. It keeps my job busy, and I'm sure your job busy, and everyone busy now, even busier.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we've got that going on, which is really great. We've got I'll remind everyone we've got oh, my shirt felt a little crooked today. We have I'll mention again, we've got our group, our WhatsApp group has switched to Telegram, so we've switched that over. So that is pretty growing. It's growing really well, actually, quite nicely. So we've got a couple admins in there all the time to answer your questions. I'm always in there. It's a great place to ask questions, or we post the link like for today, for Alex's, speaking class. All that sort of information you're going to find in there, which is really nice. And you're going to join that after you enroll with Swoosh English. So, and then also we still have the referral going on. That's also a big deal. You get $1,000 little bonus if you refer a friend or family member. There's a couple stipulations, just like one being they do have to have their NCLEX already. So they have to have already passed their NCLEX to qualify for the $1,000 referral bonus. But aside from that, if you have that, you could definitely qualify. If you'd like more details on that, please feel free to go to our website, Connetics USA and .com, obviously, and you're going to find more information about that. I need to look into that more. I just have the basics because it's not really just it's not necessarily just a part of what I do every day. So I need to brush up on that. But so we have that going on. What am I leaving out, Alex? Tell me. Oof.
I don't know, Jennifer. I think we're covering quite a lot. We've got record number of passes,
Yeah.
referral scheme. Yeah, moved over to Telegram, as you said.
Yeah. Yeah, things are really going good. Things are going in the right direction. I mean, we're all at the end of the day, we're just all trying to pass our IELTS exam, and that was posted in the group a couple days ago, and it was very well said. We're all just going in the same direction, just trying to pass. So I think that's very well said. You know, we just all work together as a big team. Connetics, Swoosh English, all the instructors like yourself, all of those things. All of it works.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't want to forget the hero interview, and I don't want to take that away from your class now because this is really important too. So, but I'm also doing hero interviews for anyone who is facing challenges, still trying to pass your IELTS exam, whatever the case may be. You'll see that on Wednesdays and Thursdays, we're trying to do hero interviews. Today is a Friday, but anyway, we've kind of adjusted the schedule a little bit to Wednesday and Thursday. I'll be doing hero interviews all the time. So someone passes their IELTS exam, if you would be inclined to do any hero interview with me, that would be wonderful. And it just helps other people pass and, see that they too can get through the hurdle and the challenges of passing their IELTS with family life and work and this, that, and the other. So, yeah.
A great inspiration. I can see Jessie's got her IELTS exam coming up on Monday, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I see that. All right, Jessie. Well, good luck. I wish you the best of luck. I don't know if you've recently taken the readiness exam to let you know where you're at. That's always helpful. If you're in the review, take the mock exams. We've got 5 of them at the end of your review. If you're already in your review, I don't really, if that is your Facebook name or your real name, because for some reason I'm not really recognizing Jessie. And I talk to a lot of these nurses all the time. So, but it's hard to keep track of 400 plus 500 nurses too. So,
yeah, no, I can imagine.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's fun. It definitely keeps my job busy, and I'm grateful to all of you, to you, to Swoosh English, to Connetics, and to especially all these bright and shining nurses from all over the world moving to the USA to make their American dream. So it's pretty amazing. And here I am just trying to be a little piece of that puzzle to help them come over here. So
yeah,
that's my role here.
And those wheels are turning and people are coming.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's great to see it's all working.
Definitely. Yep. We're all moving in the same direction, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jayshree. Does that name ring a bell, Jennifer?
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Jayshree. Yes. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I know Jayshree. Well, I'm glad you're taking your exam on Monday then. Okay, good. Yeah, I just talked to her yesterday too. She was watching the hero interview, so that's great. Yeah, I get a little relationship with these nurses. It's kind of great, So that's it's one of the perks about this job here.
It means you can do plenty of celebrating as they pass, right?
Oh yeah. Celebrate big when you pass, and think of me. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, you pass on Monday, Jayshree. You pass, and make sure when you do pass, you let me know. Let me know. Sometimes everyone gets in a hurry with the hustle and bustle of life, and they'll forget to even notify me that they've passed their IELTS exam. will just forget because that's how life is, and they'll forget to send me a copy of their screenshot or their IELTS exam. And we need to process your application for the next step. So make sure, if you're watching, you send me a copy of something, obviously your screenshot or your exam, so I can get your application moving to the next step. That's a big deal. You know, that's a big step in the whole process. You want to be done with this, so definitely.
Of course.
Let's see. Jay Shree says reading, writing, and listening is on the 27th. Okay, all right. So she must have the speaking maybe on Monday.
Yeah, that's quite a
Okay.
gap.
That is quite a gap. That is quite a gap.
It happens that way sometimes, doesn't it?
It happens that way. And then next week we're celebrating Thanksgiving, so maybe I don't know. Maybe they are too in different parts of the world. But I know here in the U.S. we've got Thanksgiving, so we'll be out of the office Thursday and Friday, and I'll be missing all of you immensely. But I'm going to eat a lot of turkey and pumpkin pie. So you won't see me on Friday. You'll see me the next week. I'll be bigger because I'll be eating pumpkin pie and maybe apple pie, turkey, mashed potatoes and gravy. Oh, I'm getting hungry.
It does sound good.
That does sound good. Oh, who doesn't love a Thanksgiving feast?
I should. Yeah, we don't really celebrate it much in the UK, but
okay.
I've heard a lot about it. Yeah.
Start a new tradition. Go buy a turkey. Go make a Thanksgiving feast.
Yeah. I don't need much convincing. I could do that.
No, it's delicious. It's worth all the time and effort. You spend all day in the kitchen cooking, and then you spend 15 minutes eating it. But it's worth it. It's worth it. Well, I've enjoyed the little conversation with you. I'll miss all of you next week because we will not be here. I always look forward to our chats. It's supposed to be about 4 or 5 minutes, but I enjoy talking to you so much that it turns into, sorry, everyone. So
we look forward to hearing from you as well, Jennifer.
Me and my chats about Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and I hope I can be a little bit of inspiration for the next person and a little helpful and, whatever the case might be. So I appreciate all of you, and you guys are amazing people. So, all right.
Awesome. Thank you, Jennifer. Awesome.
All right. Bye.
And enjoy Thanksgiving. So, welcome to all those who are watching on the class. If you're watching us live on Facebook and YouTube, then just let me know in the chat box. Let me know which country you're watching from. And a big warm welcome to all of those who are already in the class, ready to participate. I can see we've got Jesse, of course, who we were just speaking to in relation to the IELTS test coming up. We've got EJ, we've got Zen, and Jasmine as well. So also we've got Jay. So if you are joining us live in the class, then please do be ready to do some speaking practice, because obviously I want to get as many of you involved as possible. So watching us on YouTube and Facebook, we've got Peter, who is ready to learn. Great to see that, Peter. Great to see that. So I will be going through a few tips related to the IELTS test, and then we will be doing some speaking practice. So let's have a look at some of these tips. Okay. Just before we do look at this, if you are watching us live on YouTube and Facebook, then do take the opportunity of finding out about the IELTS scholarship program. Jennifer was talking about those who've been able to pass that IELTS test. We've had record numbers of people being able to do that, and they've been able to do it, at least in part, because of the support that they've been provided by here at Swoosh English and Connetics USA. So if you are a nurse looking to live and work in the United States, then this is where you will find the support to help you pass your exam. Click on the link, which you will see scrolling at the bottom of the screen in just a second. I'm going to bring that up now. So there we are. So click on the link which you can see scrolling across the bottom of the screen, and click on the option Staff Nurse in order to find out more information. So I want to have a look at an element of vocabulary today, and what I want to focus on is phrasal verbs, because by using phrasal verbs, we can show a wide variety of vocabulary in our English, and this is a way to achieve a higher score in the vocabulary criterion. So phrasal verbs are very common in English, but there's actually a limited number of verbs which you can use and from which you can create a lot of phrasal verbs. So for example, we can take the verb take. We can make a number of different phrasal verbs from this verb, and we can see some examples here. Take in, take off, take over, take down, take up. All of them are phrasal verbs, and they have distinct meanings. But what are the meanings of these different phrasal verbs? Well, let's have a look. Here we have some sentences, and I want you to have a read of these sentences and decide which of the phrasal verbs with take we could use to complete them. So let me know in the chat box if you have any ideas. Which phrasal verb with take would you use in order to complete the sentences on the screen? So if you're watching live on YouTube or Facebook, this is an opportunity to participate. Let me know your thoughts. If you're live in the class, also let me know what you think in the chat box. What do we think for number one? He started his business last year. Since then, it's what? Any ideas? Okay. Right, we'll have a look at these together, so we can see some examples of the different meanings of these phrasal verbs. So, here we are. We have a suggestion on Facebook. Shanique, taken off. He started his business last year. Since then, it's taken off. Very nice. And Jesse says, take up. Is that for number one, Jesse? Marjorie suggesting take off for number one. Yep, okay. Number two, take charge. To take charge. That's not technically a phrasal verb, Dan, although it could be used. A phrasal verb which has a similar meaning. So with a phrasal verb, we're looking for a verb plus a particle, which is basically a preposition. So a verb plus a word, which is normally a preposition. Stacey is saying take over as well. Or take over rather, as opposed to take off for number one. Number two, Jesse suggests take over. Dan agrees, take over for number two. Good. Good, okay. Some good suggestions there. What about number three? Any idea for number three? Let's see. Take up. We've got a suggestion there. Any other suggestions for number three? Okay, what about number four? Anyone for number four? Let's see, we've got a few suggestions coming in. Take into is for number three. Okay, let's have a look together then. Let's see what we've got. We've got a lot of suggestions here. Some are correct, so here we are. So he started his business last year. Since then, it's taken off. So taken off means it's become very successful. So that's where take off can be used. Number two, when she left the company, I was asked to take over. So good. A number of you suggested this, which means to take charge, to take responsibility. Number three, I tried to take down new vocabulary, the teacher says. So take down, literally in this case, just means to write. Okay, or yeah, to write new vocabulary, the teacher says. Take it down, write it. I enjoy my job, but sometimes I take on too much responsibility. Okay, which means that basically, yeah, I assume too much responsibility. There are a lot of new things to learn. Sometimes I struggle to take it all in. So that means like absorb, to absorb new information, to process. So those were the answers then. And so we can see that we can create a lot of new meanings of the verb take by adding these different particles. And if we can use these in the exam, then of course we're showing a variety in our language. Phrasal verbs, of course, can be complicated because actually they can have more than one meaning. So we looked at take off in the sense of to excel or to grow, but it can also mean to leave the ground, of course. The plane took off at 5 p.m. Can you think of any other meanings for the phrasal verbs with take that we looked at? Any other meanings of, for example, to take off? We've got one other meaning there, or take in. So I'll share some other meanings with you. So take in, as we saw, can mean to absorb, to process, but it can also mean to accept someone or a pet into your house. So for example, I took in an abandoned kitten last week. Take down can mean to remove. So as well as to take down meaning to write something, it can also mean to remove in the sense of, I asked my neighbor to take down his rude sign. And take off, as well as meaning to excel, and as well as meaning to leave the ground, can also refer to removing clothing. So I asked him to take off his cap, for example. So there are a number of different meanings from these phrasal verbs. That's why learning them is so productive, because it allows us to express lots of different ideas. And as I said, that's just with one verb. So with one verb, take, we can create all these different meanings, and we can show variety in our language through using phrasal verbs in these different contexts. Just a quick note on phrasal verbs. Some of them can be used with objects. So this is the information at the end of the sentence. For example, he took in the homeless man. Yeah, to take somebody in, somebody is the object. Or he took over the company. These are objects used at the end of the phrase. Others cannot use objects. So for example, the plane took off. We can't say the plane took off plus an object, okay, because this phrasal verb is intransitive. We can't use an object with it. So let's have a quick look at the other sentences so we can see which use objects and which don't. Okay, so looking at number one, he started his business last year. Since then, it's taken off. There's no object used after the phrasal verb here. For number two, when she left the company, I was asked to take over. So we haven't used a phrasal verb here, but we could use we haven't used an object here at the end of the phrasal verb, but we could use an object with take over. When she left the company, I was last asked to take over the company. Potentially, we could use an object after take over, but we don't have to. Number three, I try to take down new vocabulary. Yep, so take down plus object, new vocabulary. I enjoy my job, but sometimes I take on too much responsibility. So after take on, we have the objects there, too much responsibility. There are a lot of new things to learn. Sometimes I struggle to take it all in. So we can see there's the object. In this case, it comes in the middle of the phrasal verb, to take it all in. So that's something else to bear in mind. When you learn a phrasal verb, does it use an object or does it not use an object? This is important to bear in mind, because if you use it with an object and it shouldn't use an object, then obviously there would be a grammatical error there. So other verbs from which you can make lots of phrasal verbs are go, get, look, and make. So this is something to think about after the class, but how many phrasal verbs could you make from these verbs? Here's a clue, there are a lot of them. So if you're looking to build your knowledge of phrasal verbs, start with these common verbs, take, go, get, look, and make. And from these common verbs, you'll find that you can make lots of different phrasal verbs which have lots of different meanings, and practice using this in your speaking. So that's the tip for today. Practice using these phrasal verbs during your IELTS speaking practice, and also listen out for phrasal verbs used by the speakers in today's lesson. So as usual then, we will be looking at speaking part 2 to begin our speaking practice. Let me bring one of the students into the class. Let me bring Jessie in. Jessie, of course, you have your exam coming up, so let's do a bit of preparation for that. How are you today, Jessie?
Hi, Alex. I'm doing good.
Good, good. Are you feeling excited?
Yeah, nervous. Not excited, nervous.
Not excited but nervous. It's yeah, which is understandable. But very soon you'll have it done. You'll have been in there. You'll have given your performance. So best of luck, obviously, for
Thank you very
Monday.
much.
So Jesse, we're gonna do part two together.
Okay.
Are you comfortable using phrasal verbs?
But I don't deliberately use it, but sometimes unconsciously, like, when I speak, like makeover, make in, get into. So sometimes I
Mm.
use it, but not occasionally. But I try to squeeze in my sentence, some of the sentence. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah, if you're using it naturally, that's the best way.
Yeah.
Yeah, without even thinking about it too much, just you're able to use it naturally. Then
Yeah,
it
that's
shows that you're in a good place. So let's have a look then, Jesse, at the first topic. So the topic here you can see on the screen, hopefully. Can you?
yes, yes.
Brilliant. Okay, so you've got a minute to prepare then, Jesse, for this, and you should speak for up to 2 minutes. Okay, are you ready to begin, Jesse?
Yeah.
Brilliant. So please describe an occasion where you saw a lot of people smiling.
So today I'm going to talk about one event that was my birthday party. I didn't know that it was a surprise party, but then I saw many people smiling on that particular day. Now I'll tell you what happened exactly. It was my night duty the previous day, and I decided after night duty, I was so tired and I just wanted to go home and rest. And when I just opened the door with the key, I saw that the lights, everything was off. And I said, "What happened today? No one is there at home or what?" And then I went to switch on the light. I saw all festoons around me, and my husband and my children were smiling at me. So I did not recollect. I said that, "Why are you smiling at me? This is nothing new. I just finished my night duty." So they told me surprise. I said, "For what?" They said, "It's your birthday today." I said, "Oh my God, I totally forgot my birthday." Then they said that, "Oh," then I saw them smiling, and I told them that it's a real good surprise you gave me. And then behind the curtains, I saw many more people, my friends, my relative, my mother, and I was so happy to see each and every one of them. Everybody kept a broad smile on their face, and that gave me a real good day because it was my birthday, and the tiredness of my body totally vanished. And they told me, "Come on, let's go for a party." And they already booked a banquet hall, and they said that we will be taking you for a party. Then I said, "Let me change, and then we will go together." And I tell you that that day was a real blessing day, because I tell you, I never knew that they are going to give me a
Okay,
surprise for
thank
such
you.
a occasion. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. What a nice story.
Thank you.
So you forgot your birthday, but everyone remembered. Usually it's the other way around, isn't it? It's
No,
you
it was
remember your
because of
birthday
my
and other
night
people
duty. I
forget.
was No, it was because of my night duty. I was so exhausted. I just wanted to
Yeah,
go home and sleep.
yeah,
Usually, I forget all type of festival like Christmas, and because we are so in so hectic. Our work is,
yeah.
yeah, that is the reason.
I can imagine. I can imagine. But yeah, wonderful that that it was remembered. And yeah, and as usual, Jesse, you did a really nice job there. Really good job in terms of the language you were using. I like your variety of forms, verb forms that you were using. So you said that they were all smiling, using the past continuous. And you said, I totally forgot my birthday. So using the past perfect there, although just a note, I'd totally forgotten would be the form for the past perfect, because you're using yeah, forget with the past participle. So it's good that you were using a form of the past perfect like I had, but yeah, I'd totally forgotten would be the form there. Otherwise, you were using the past perfect in the correct context, and so that's good that you were showing that variety. And then as well, using the future perfect, sorry, the future continuous. You said your family told you we'll be taking you for a party. So yeah, lots of variety in terms of tenses, which is great because that will help you achieve a higher score when it comes to grammar. Phrasal verbs, switch on the light. So you're using that there. So there's some examples there of phrasal verbs. Nice expressions. You see, each and every one of them was a nice expression you were using as well. So totally vanished. Your tiredness had totally vanished. So yes, there's some nice vocabulary, expressions, and variety in grammar you were using. I just mentioned a slip in grammar with obviously forgotten. With prepositions, we'll be taking you for a party. You could, I would just change it slightly. We'll be taking you out for a party, to take you out. So there's an opportunity there to use another phrasal verb to take someone out. That was, yeah, that was one of the takes, which I didn't actually cover at the beginning of the class. But yeah, you can take someone out. And so yeah, to take someone literally means to take them like this, right? But to take them out is like to invite them somewhere or to create a celebration for them. So that would have been a nice opportunity there. Yeah. Good. Yeah, your fluency was good. You spoke at a natural pace. It was very clear as well. One was able to follow what you were saying without issues. Just slightly on pronunciation. So birthday, it's that th that was just lost a little bit on birthday.
Birthday.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So just getting lost a little bit when you were telling the story, but yeah, the way you said it there was correct. So that was
One thing I
good.
wanted to ask you, Alex.
Yeah, go on.
Am I speaking fast? Should I reduce my speed, or is it the pace between my sentence? Is it okay when I speak?
You speak at a nice pace, so you do speak on the faster side, but that's as long as you're intelligible, as long as you're clear. That's the most important thing. You could potentially pause a little bit more just between ideas, because that'll help to sort of emphasize what you're saying a little bit more. So it's like, and then loads of people were there in the house waiting for me, and then you could pause a little bit, and then you could talk about the next thing. So you could, yeah, that could be effective. But generally, your pace, as long as you're intelligible, as long as you're clear, that's the most important thing, and you are. So yeah, there are definitely strengths there. But if you did decide just to pause a little bit after certain key points, that could help to make your ideas even clearer and to help them resonate more with the examiner.
That's true.
But yeah, but good stuff there, Jesse. So best of luck for Monday.
Chance, allow me for part 3 also. I'll be waiting for you.
Yeah, if possible, Jesse. So we'll see, just because obviously there's a few people in the class.
Yeah, sure.
But if possible, then yeah, certainly. Okay, take care. Let us know how it goes on Monday.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. Okay, so let's have a look at another topic, and we've got activity. So let me bring in a student to do some practice here. I can see we've got a few new students in with us today. Let me bring EJ. Are you there, EJ?
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Hello. Hello. Good evening to you. How are you today?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Is this the first time that you've participated in the class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, very warm welcome to you. Where are you based at the moment?
I am currently here in the Philippines.
Okay. In where, sorry?
I'm from Manila.
Manila, and a capital. Wonderful. Okay, EJ, so can you see the topic on your screen?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. So you've got a minute then, EJ, to prepare, and then you should speak on this topic for between 1 to 2 minutes.
Shall I begin now, sir?
If you're ready,
Okay, let's give it a try.
okay.
Describe an activity that you do after school. Usually after work, I spend the rest of my day. I start by me and my friends would just have coffee, just to have a casual conversation and how their shift went. We would usually do it at the lobby of our hospital where we work. There's a nice coffee place where we could just chill and talk about how our shift went and what we are looking forward the evening. I would usually do it with my friends and some of my colleagues. Every time we every time we bond over coffee after work, it gives us a feeling of de-stressing and makes us we just give each other compliments about how we survived that day, how we survived the shift, and it makes us vent out anything that happened during that day. I don't know.
Okay. Thank you very much, EJ. Thank you. So did you make any notes in preparation for this, just out of interest?
Mhm. That was just from my head.
Just from your head, okay. So yeah, I do recommend for part 2 making notes before you
All
speak,
right.
just because it'll help you. It'll help you
Mm-hmm.
to keep on going. So you went there for just over a minute. In the exam, you may be expected to go for longer than that. It depends on the examiner. They may want you to go for a bit longer. So always be prepared. Yeah,
Okay, sir. Thank you.
because it is natural.
It's my
Sorry,
first.
what did you
I'll,
say?
I'll try to improve next time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Just a tip for future practice is to make those notes, because it's natural that you'll think, oh, I'm not sure what else I want to say. And if you've got a few notes, that will help you to keep talking. But you came up with some nice language there, EJ. You were able to describe, obviously, what you would do, spending time with colleagues. We would usually, I think you were saying, chill at the lobby. So there's a nice description there. Looking forward to, it's a nice expression that you were using, looking forward to the evening. You said we give each other compliments, which was, yeah, again, less common vocabulary item, compliments. That was nice. Yeah, your pronunciation was accurate. There's just one slip. So colleagues, stress on the first syllable. It's colleagues.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. But aside from that, your pronunciation was very accurate and very clear. No impact in terms of accent. Your accent was very clear. No issues there. Yeah, I just think if you made it through notes, it would just help you sound a little bit more structured. So it was obvious you were kind of saying things as you were thinking, which for parts 1 and part 3, that's exactly how you have to do it. But with part 2, the idea is that there's a little bit more structure, and that's where sort of writing a few notes down can help. But that's something, as you said, to bear in mind for future practice. Just a couple of things quickly on vocabulary. So you said vent out, but just vent. We wouldn't actually use that as a phrasal verb. It's just you can vent. Yeah. But an opportunity to use a phrasal verb, you said we survived the shift. So what we could say, that's fine, but also as a phrasal verb, we could say to get through. We got through the shift. That's a possible phrasal verb to use there. But But yeah, well done, EJ, getting involved, and I look forward to doing future practice with you going forward. Thank you. Cheers. Okay, so we'll move on to a final part 2 topic. Let's do that now. We're going to talk about a film. So let's see who's going to talk about this film with us. I'm going to bring Jasmine into the class. Are you there, Jasmine? No? There's no Jasmine. Okay, let me bring Dan in. Are you there, Dan?
Hi, Sir Alex. Good evening.
Hi. Good evening to
I
you.
will try, yes. I will try. I just got home and my head is hurting right now, but I will try. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
well done for trying, Dan. Well done for trying. So can you see the topic on your screen?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. Okay. So you've got a minute to prepare, Dan, and then you should speak about the topic for between 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, Dan, are you ready to begin?
Oh, I don't know, but yeah, I will try.
Okay.
Okay.
So please describe a movie that you like.
All right. Okay. So way back 2012, I am with my friends and my family at our entertainment room when we are watching this movie, and we are fascinated about this. It is called The Miss Congeniality. It is played by Sandra Bullock, which is one of my idol. So that's the reason why I watch it. So this miscongeniality, the story behind it is to protect the girls from the beauty pageant, because they were in the Miss USA at that time, and there's a possible crime that might happen during those beauty pageants. So what Sandra did is she compete on that pageant so that he would be able to find out who would be that suspect who would be that suspect. Yeah. So technically she was the FBI agent at that time, and at the same time she was competing, and until they were finding out who was the suspect. So I watched it because the reason why I like to watch it, because it gives us a moral lesson when it comes to being friendly and being polite with each other. At the same time, it taught us the lesson on how to be courteous to each and every one. So this movie, if I will be given a chance to recommend this, I would definitely like to share this to all the childrens, or to the youngster who can adopt this, so that they would be able to help each other as well, in terms of
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you very much there, Dan. That was good. Miss Congeniality, I remember watching that many years ago.
Yeah, that was way back ago. That's the only movie that I can remember. Sorry.
No, that's fine. It
Yeah.
obviously made an impression on you, which is good. Nice. So yeah, so you gave a nice description of the film. You're able to demonstrate a good level of fluency doing it. Sometimes just a little bit of hesitation, maybe when you're thinking of the exact words that you want to say, but it improves each time. Each time that you do this, you get more fluent, and it becomes more natural for you, which is great to hear. Some nice use of different tenses. So you said she was competing. So past continuous there was good. what she did is. So that was some good use of verb order there, word order in that expression. Yeah.
Clef sentence.
There you go. Nice. I can see that you.
That's what I learned to Ma'am Elsa.
Brilliant. Well, you used it in a perfect context there. So that was really good. Sometimes there was some switching between present and past. So you said she competes, but before you were describing it using the past tense. So you'd want to be consistent there and say she competed. You said way back 2012. Just a preposition slip there. Way back in 2012.
Oh, there should be in. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Way back in. Yeah.
There should be in. Way back in 2012. Okay. Thank you.
No worries. So yeah, just a few little grammatical slips, and then you said we are watching. So you said 2012, but then you're using the present continuous. Exactly. Yeah. So it was just a little bit of just a few slips there in terms of grammar. But there was some good stuff in there as well. Some nice use of vocabulary, a moral lesson, courteous as well. You used that term. The film taught us that. I mean,
adding some vocabulary.
Why not? Why not? Why not? You could get that message from the film. Why not? And then, so you use a conditional sentence at the end. You said, "If I will be given a chance, I will be recommending the film."
I would.
But I think you could use the first conditional possibly here.
I should use the first. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I use the will, right?
Yeah. So
I will be. Yeah. Or yes. Yes.
If I am.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that.
This is it. So if I'm given a chance, then I will recommend this film. Yeah, that's there you go. Then you've got your first conditional form. But yeah, definitely a lot of good stuff in there, Dan. Like I say, you keep on making these improvements, and good to see that you're using some new language as well in this practice. That's exactly what you should be doing. So yeah, best of luck going forward, and just keep paying attention, obviously, to those grammatical elements, particularly tenses. Brilliant.
Thank you so much for your help, Alex.
No worries, Dan. You're very welcome. Best of luck.
All right.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to move on to look at part 3 for the final section of the class. Just before we do, for those watching us on YouTube and Facebook, if you would like to get involved directly in sessions such as this, and you are looking for the support you need in order to help you achieve your goal of living and working as a nurse in the United States, then join us at the IELTS Scholarship Program. You can see the link for this is scrolling across the bottom of my screen. Just click on that link and click on the option Staff Nurse, and you could get all of this support for free. So looking at IELTS Speaking Part 3 then, we're going to be using the same topics we've been using earlier in the session, but this will be a question and answer format to build on the question presentation, which of course was part 2. So the first topic we're going to go back to is the topic of smiling, and let me see who is in the class. Sel, are you there, Sel? Let me bring you in.
Hi, sir.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Good. Welcome back to the class, Sel. Have you been well over the last week?
Yes.
Good, glad to hear it. So we're going to look at some part 3 questions, and the first question I have for you is this one. So in your opinion, Sel, why do people smile?
Well, in my opinion, there are those individuals that keep on smiling on their face because they have a great day, and aside from that, maybe they have achievement on themselves. That's why they can able to smile.
And do you think people who smile are usually more friendly?
Well, definitely, in my own perspective, is that they tend to smile, and that way, those people are welcoming on them, which they can able to appreciate that kind of personality, since they are very compassionate about that.
Okay. And can you tell the difference between a fake smile and a genuine smile?
Well, in my mind, those genuine smile is that I think they are kind of generous person, while those fake smile is that I could say they are backstabber. Well, I should say that that kind of personality is sometimes offensive.
And do you think that smiling can make you feel happier?
No doubt about that, because if people is smiling, so a lot of they can able to do a lot of things because they mood lift up, and aside from that, um they absorb passivity pass, passivity in their lives.
Was that passivity?
Yes.
And finally, when do you think it's not appropriate to smile?
I guess in some certain events, like if there is something very personal event, like those who has um those who family suffering any kind of loss. Another thing is that I think in their someone who failed, so in that kind of um things is that they cannot able to show their smile in their face, and aside from that, I think it is very rude to act that way.
Okay. Thank you very much there, Sel. Good. So, a lot of nice vocabulary you're using there. I think, yeah, backstabber was an interesting one that you were using to refer to those who have a fake smile. You talked about people's mood. I think you said their mood lift up. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Um, with that one, almost their mood lifts. So we don't use the phrasal verb there. We just say that their mood lifts or their mood lightens when they smile. And aside from that, was used a couple of times, obviously, to link your ideas together to provide some structure. So yeah, what you're saying is it's intelligible and the ideas are clear. It's just still the grammar, just in terms of the accuracy of the ideas. So I think that's what I would keep focusing on is accuracy. So for example, they can able to, you use that a few times, they can able to. So it's they are able to or they can. It's one or the other. So you can't use can with able to because they both have the same meaning. So yeah, they are able to or they can is what you want to use there. The words you're going before, I think the word you're going for that you stumbled on a little bit was positivity. I
Yes,
think
exactly.
positivity. Yeah.
I cannot
Okay.
pronounce it in a good way.
You give it a try. Give it a try now. Positivity.
Positivity.
Good. Oh, positivity.
Of, of positivity.
Yeah. So the first syllable is pos. It's that off
Of
sound. Pos. Yeah.
Okay.
One more time. Positivity.
Positivity.
Good, that's better. Good. So yeah,
Thank
apart from
you.
that, no worries. Apart from that, your pronunciation was very accurate, very clear. I think that was the only word that we slipped on. So yeah, your pronunciation is generally good. But as I say, it's just the grammatical stuff. Just one more example. You said they have an achievement on themselves, but so that's not quite expressed correctly. So they could have made a personal achievement, for example. Yeah, or they could have
Okay.
achieved something, a personal goal, something like that. So just some expressions, and the grammar and some expressions just needs to be reviewed. But yeah, there is some good vocabulary in there. So yeah, so keep on practicing, Sal, and I'm sure you'll get more accurate through that practice.
Thank you so much, Alex.
Thank you, Sal, and take care. Okay, so let's move on to do some more practice, and we're going to go to the topic of exercise. So let me bring someone who we've not practiced with yet. I can see there's a few people in the class. Zen, are you there? Hello, Zen. Okay, it doesn't seem as if Zen Zen is available. Shobi? Hi, Shobi, are you there? No, okay, so we've got a few silent participators. Okay, we've got Jesse with an I. Is this the set? Let me bring you in. Hello,
Hi.
Jesse. Hi,
Hi,
how are
Alex.
you?
I'm doing well, but recently I tested positive in COVID-19, but luckily
Oh,
I'm recovering, yeah.
okay, how are you feeling at the moment?
I still have some itchy throat, so excuse me if I keep on coughing whenever I try to speak.
Okay, don't worry. Just are you okay? Do you have some water with you just as you need it?
Yes, I have some water with me.
Good to hear it. Okay. Well, Jesse, we're going to look at the topic of exercise together. So in your opinion, how important do you think it is to get regular exercise?
It is essential to have some exercise also. It is best if it is with partnered with balanced diet. In that way, we can prevent some certain diseases that needs a lifestyle modification, such as diabetes and hypertension. So they say that prevention is the best medicine when it comes to dealing with these certain types of diseases. So I think that we need to encourage the youngster and also our elderly to have some daily exercise in their daily routine.
And why do you think people often say they don't have enough time to do exercise?
To my mind, that they tend to have some burnout when it comes to their work. So they often spend it more on watching television or scrolling their social platforms. So, in that sense, they are more relaxed when they tend to attend that type of activities. However, as a healthcare provider, we need to encourage um, individuals to have some certain amount of exercise in their daily routine in order to prevent some deadly disease.
And do you think it's better to exercise alone or in groups?
I think that it is more fun when we participate in a activity together with someone. But if an individual have a certain goal to have some, I mean, to have some maximum type of fitness, I think they can focus more if they perform it alone. But when it comes to dealing this type of activities in a group, it is more memorable, and they can have a lot of time to have some bondings with their certain with this certain type of people or their special someone. So I think it's either way is fine as long as they achieve what they want to do.
Okay, thank you very much, Jesse. We'll stop there. That was really good, really well developed answers to the questions. You were able to link your ideas together nicely. You were able to provide logical explanations for the points that you were making, supporting your ideas. So that was really good to hear. And because you're extending on your ideas as well, you're able to use a variety of vocabulary in so doing. So your first response, it is essential. Nice expression, partnered with balanced diet. Just a slight article missing there. So partnered with a balanced
With
diet.
a balance. Okay.
Yeah, but otherwise that was a nice expression that you were using. Encourage, you were using, which is nice. Encourage individuals to prevent deadly disease. Good. So yeah, scrolling social platforms. So yeah, there's some nice expressions that you were using in your speaking. I just noticed in terms of slips that there were a few slips with grammar, particularly plural forms. So and I mentioned the article there. So just on the example that I gave before, it was a nice expression to prevent deadly disease, but diseases, because there's more than one. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yes, yes.
So that'd be a good opportunity to use the plural. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't mind me. I can't I can't help but cough out these secretions.
Of course, yeah. Also, some bondings. So bonding is not countable, so we wouldn't use the plural form in that situation.
So
And then
bonding is the
some
right
bonding, exactly.
some
Yeah.
bonding. Okay.
So yeah, encourage
Some
bonding. Yeah, would be
encourage.
nice.
Okay.
And then finally, you talked about, you said encourage the youngster, but again, it's plural because there's more than one. So youngsters would
Yes.
be the
Okay.
form there. So yeah, this was good. In terms of pronunciation, you were very clear. Just one slight slip I noticed was so it's diabetes. It's like a E, diabetes.
Okay, diabetes. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So here in the Philippines, I often mispronounce it. We often say diabetes like
Do
that.
you? Ah,
Like,
I don't know. I
yeah,
don't know if that's an American pronunciation, maybe.
I'm not sure
Uh,
though.
yeah, I'll have to chat with Jennifer about that next week. But
Okay,
yeah, let me just.
diabetes,
So we would say
diabetes,
diabetes.
diabetes. Okay, okay,
Yeah, yeah. So it's a longer E sound on the penultimate syllable, the second to last syllable. Yeah, diabetes.
okay. Thank
But
you
yeah,
for that, Alex.
no worries, Jesse. Apart from that, really nice pronunciation, and yeah, the way you're expanding on those responses is really strong. So yeah, it's good to hear. Sounds like you're getting well and prepared for IELTS Part 3.
Okay, thank you. I just keep on
Cheers.
missing when it comes to singular and plural form. So
Yeah,
yes, I often forgot. Whenever I try to speak, I miss this S, or I put some S in some words that doesn't need the plural form. So
yeah.
thank you, Alex.
There you go. There you go. So there's your focus going forwards. But yeah, well done, Jesse.
Thank
Okay.
you.
And take care of that cough. I hope you get better real soon.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Take care.
You too. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the class for today. Thank you very much to those who have participated. It just remains for me to say that if you are watching this class on YouTube or Facebook and you would like to get involved directly in classes such as this, and you would like other support as well in terms of achieving your goal of living and working in the US as a nurse, then do click on the link relating to the IELTS Scholarship Program, where you can find out lots of information in terms of how we can help you. Just click on the option Staff Nurse, and you could get all of this support for free. So best of luck to those who have their exam coming up. Best of luck to you, Jesse. You have your exam coming up. Let us know how it goes, and I hope to see you all next week. Until then, have a great weekend and take care.